In the latest turn of events in the Israel-Gaza standoff, Israeli Defense Minister Yisrael Katz has praised the military for what he called a quick and safe interception of Gaza-bound boat. He also said that the passengers on board will be shown footage of Hamas' deadly October 7th attack under his direct orders. French President Emmanuel Macron has called for the immediate release of 6 French nationals detained after Israeli forces intercepted a Gaza-bound aid vessel. France's Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot has confirmed that diplomatic efforts are underway to facilitate their swift return home. Here's what France's Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot had to say.
Nous nous sommes exprimés très clairement sur ce sujet. Nous avons 6 ressortissants français à bord de ce voilier. Nous avons pris la tâche avec les autorités israéliennes en amont pour prévenir tout incident. Nous avions d'ailleurs alerté les membres de cet équipage, ou en tout cas les ressortissants français, sur les risques auxquels ils s'exposaient. Puis depuis l'arraisonnement de ce navire par les autorités israéliennes, nous avons demandé à pouvoir exercer ce que l'on appelle la protection consulaire, c'est-à-dire la protection par les agents du consulat français sur place vis-à-vis de nos ressortissants. Nous souhaitons pouvoir entrer en contact avec eux dès qu'ils rentreront sur le territoire israélien pour pouvoir leur permettre de rentrer dès que possible sur le territoire national.
Footage released by the Freedom Flotilla coalition shows activists on board the yacht Madleen with their hands raised as Israeli troops boarded the ship. The video, widely shared online, captures the moment the vessel was intercepted in international waters. The British-flagged yacht was carrying 12 passengers, including climate activist Greta Thunberg, and a small load of symbolic humanitarian supplies such as rice and baby formula. The vessel was attempting to breach Israel's long-standing naval blockade on Gaza. Israeli officials confirmed that their forces had taken control of the boat and that all crew members are safe. They described the voyage as a propaganda show in support of Hamas and said the aid will be transferred through official channels. The Freedom Flotilla coalition said the mission was designed to draw international attention to the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Lastly, families of hostages held in Gaza protested in Tel Aviv today, urging a deal to free their loved ones and end the fighting. Since the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attack, 55 hostages remain in Gaza, some alive and some dead. Now we have guests joining us. Anat Bernstein-Reich, he's a president in Israel Asia Chamber of Commerce. He's joining us live from Tel Aviv. Thank you for joining us today. What are the diplomatic ramifications of Israel's interception of a British-flagged aid vessel in international waters, especially with high-profile figures like Greta Thunberg on board?
First, it's a she, not a he. So good evening.
Sorry about that.
No problem. So when you're asking about a ramification, I don't see much ramification in a sense that it was clear to the vessel, to this yacht, that they will be intercepted and they will be detained. They not really thought that they will reach Gaza. They wanted to create awareness. They definitely created awareness. We call it the selfie boat because that's what they did in the past few days, posting selfies on social media to create awareness. And they did create awareness. They wanted the humanitarian aid that they carried to reach Gaza. And Israel, of course, confirmed that this aid will reach Gaza. So it ended peacefully. They will be sent back to their countries, I believe, in the next couple of hours, and this incident will be over. And when you were talking about the naval blockade that Israel imposing on Gaza, first, it's a legal blockade because what happened otherwise, ammunition will reach Gaza, will reach the Hamas, and no one wants Hamas to get more ammunition because they're using it against Israel, against their own people. And we need to protect ourselves, and this is why there is a naval blockade. It has nothing to do with humanitarian aid that is going now to Gaza. In the past 2 weeks, thousands of trucks have reached Gaza, and food and other supply is given to the population there. I'm not saying that it's perfect. There are obstacles, including Hamas, that is trying to take over those trucks or blocking them or even shooting or threatening these people to and trying to take it from there. But Gaza is getting humanitarian aid, and again, this yacht was trying just to create awareness, which they did, but awareness exists anyway, so I don't see a real reason for this yacht to go and try to reach Gaza.
And what would you say to those who might argue the opposite, that this was not for social media's attention and this was genuinely for people's aid to reach Gaza Strip?
I think that it's a bit an innocent reply, I would say, because it was a yacht, a small yacht with baby food, which is reaching Gaza via roads on the trucks. So it's just a naive action by Greta and her friends. If you want to give humanitarian aid, there are ways to do it. There is now the Gaza Humanitarian Fund that is delivering food supply to the Gazan population. They have four or five centers in Gaza itself to give the population food and other supply. So if they wanted to, they could ship it to this fund and they would distribute it. So again, it was just a propaganda, as you rightly said earlier, and nothing more than that.
And shifting focus back to international reactions, how might France's strong response to the detention of its nationals influence Israel's handling of future activist missions aimed at challenging the Gaza blockade?
Israel is very clear about treating flotillas or other vessels that are trying to reach Gaza. As long as Hamas is controlling Gaza, as long as Hamas wishes to use ammunition and trying to buy ammunition and get ammunition, we cannot afford an access. And that's why we are persistent in this naval blockade. Let me take you back to 2010, the big flotilla called Marmara that left Turkey, and it was filled with ammunition. And once we took over this, we could show the world that that was the purpose of this vessel. So very few carry real humanitarian aid. Most, if we were to open this naval blockade, you would see that a lot of those vessels will carry ammunition, and we all want peace in the region and not more ammunition to reach Hamas. And as to France, as you said, those passengers of the yacht will be released soon, and there is nothing special here. They knew that it's not allowed. They came and went on this vessel knowing that they will be detained from Israel. It's naive to think that they really thought they'll get into Gaza. So nothing, they were treated very nicely. They were given food, they were taken care of, and now they'll be sent to their country. So no diplomatic incident in this regards.
And in case further and more actions or more people try to follow the suit, such as this ship was, could this trigger broader condemnation or legal challenges?
It's happening all the time. And even the UN confirmed that such a naval blockade is a legal thing that Israel is doing. So we're facing those, I wouldn't call them lunatics, but people that really mean good, but eventually they don't do the right thing. If they want to give humanitarian aid to Gaza, there are ways to do it via organizations, not just going on a boat and thinking that on a small boat, then they can carry real humanitarian aid. So I don't think that it's a serious thing, and it will continue. And we saw it along the past 2 years that those vessels are trying to reach Gaza, they're intercepted, and it ends there. I hope that people will understand that it doesn't make any difference, but for some awareness that they create, of course, by you and me talking about it now on prime time.